Welcome to the Hawks Sports Network. You're watching OCAA women's basketball between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. My name is Kyle Dalton. With me is my broadcast partner, Adam Lucier. And the Humber Hawks come into this game winners of 7 in a row. St. Clair Saints coming in here 5 of 6. Adam, what are you expecting out of tonight's game?
I'm expecting a high-scoring affair. Both of these teams lead the league in triples, both with 63-pointers on the year, so expect an absolute firefight with these two strong offenses.
And we have some history watch as well. AJ Sharma, head coach of the Humber Hawks, is 1 win away from capturing win number 150 for his career, which would be the first all-time for Humber in program history.
An incredible accomplishment for head coach Sharma.
And now with more on tonight's game, we're going to throw it over to Danielle on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kyle and Adam. Welcome to the Nest. My name's Danielle Dupuis, and I'll be your sideline sports reporter for the duration of today's game. As previously mentioned, the Hawks are going up the St. Clair Saints. Now, interesting thing about these two teams, they haven't played since the quarterfinals at the OCAA, where Humber ultimately, they did feature and go completely over the top with them. I think the score was, at one point, they were leading by 30, so definitely St. Clair is kind of ready to fight back to see what they got this year with a few new players, and as well as Humber, it's just a new season altogether, so it's going to be an interesting match today. And for more on that, back to you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Danielle. And you mentioned it, these two teams faced off in the OCAA quarterfinals, where Humber did take that win, eventually won the OCAA championship. So this is sort of that rematch for St. Clair and a little bit of a redemption factor. We can see here on the screen the most recent games for Humber. They're on a 7-game win streak, and that big road trip really helped out for sure.
Yeah, that momentum is coming in bunches for Humber. Their last time out against Redeemer, a little bit of a slow start offensively, but came out roaring in that second half to climb to 82 points. So at the end of the first half of this regular season, Hawks really hitting their peak here.
Humber 3rd in the league in attempts for threes. St. Clair, on the other hand, they're 2nd in attempts and also made. So you mentioned it before, we could see a lot of threes in this one.
Absolutely. I don't doubt this one will be a defensive battle when these two are going at it. You look at Leticia Lopez, who currently is on pace to break the OCAA record of 68 triples. That was during the 2012 and 2013 season.
So yeah, we're set to begin this one, but before we start this one, we're gonna have the starting lineups, but first, the national anthem. We'll be back shortly.
15, Jamie Gordon. And a 6'4" Brampton, Ontario, number 16, Maya Campbell Johnson. Your officials for this matchup, Clifton Grant, John Certain, and Ruben Tesfa. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the St. Clair Saints and your Humber Hawks.
Welcome back. We're set to begin here. And we've seen a couple new faces in that Humber lineup so far in the last couple games.
Absolutely. Makiba Taylor has really stepped up in a big way. And also Britannia Brown, been a really shifty defender, finding the way to force a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals. So she's been a spark plug for AJ Sharma and Humber Hawks.
Janae Giles did not play last game against Redeemer. We saw her warming up before. She's not in the starting lineup, but is available off the bench. So hopefully we'll see her then as the opening tip is underway. St. Clair comes out with the ball. Kusara now with it, Jana Kusara. Ulikny the three, that's off the mark. Rebound, St. Clair puts it up, no good. Rebound Taylor, back the other way. Here come the Hawks. Trying to slow down the pace here. A couple misses from St. Clair. Campbell Johnson now with it. And it's gonna be a 3-second defensive violation here on Britannia Brown.
And MCJ.
Or offensive, I should say.
Campbell Johnson in familiar territory there. She's at the top of the key, does a lot of work from that position on the court. Keep an eye on that matchup there.
Kusara bringing up the floor. This is the star player for St. Clair, averaging 17 points per game. And an early foul here on Britannia Brown.
Tough defender, but a little too tough there with Britannia Brown.
Picking up her first foul. Bazzi now. She pulls up for three. No good. Weak side rebound. And fouled here on the glass was Ahmed.
In these early possessions, St. Clair right away chucking up those three balls. Really seems to be part of the game plan for them tonight.
And you saw that three from Bazzi. She is that three-point specialist for her team.
And while Humber has an all-around very strong defense, they're particularly strong when it comes to the interior. Kind of plays into the hands of St. Clair's game. They like that perimeter shooting. And it looks as though they're going to get some clean looks tonight.
Both no good, so Humber with a good foul. No buckets for St. Clair. Taylor now with it. Looking for Campbell Johnson down low. She finds her. Posting up here, finds Lopez on the far side for three. That one's good. And there she is, Leticia Lopez with a big three.
Make that 32 triples on the year for Leticia Lopez.
Looking for a foul there was Andy Kiss, head coach of the St. Clair Saints. Didn't get it. A little collision there between Britannia Brown and Anna Ulikny. No call.
Yeah, Brown came in with a full head of steam trying to get back in that play, but looked as though it was incidental contact.
Leticia Lopez with the early bucket for Humber. Bazzi the three. That's good, and she answers for St. Clair. 41% three-point shooter, which leads her team and shows it off there.
Absolutely. The storyline we laid out pregame is really coming up here as both teams have been dropping threes on either side of the court.
Full court press here from St. Clair, and it's working out. Interception. Here's Kusara. No good. Rebound, Bazzi. She trips up, she falls. Kusara now with it. Kusara with the pull-up J, that's good. And the full court press right now is working for Andy Kiss, head coach of the Saints. And you could see 4 Saints players up there right now.
Saints really up in the pressure here. One player down court for the Hawks, that's Britannia Brown.
But it could cause this. So Leticia Lopez in with the right hand. And if you can get by that full court press, it could cause for some easy buckets for Humber.
Absolutely, the speed of this Humber lineup, when they do have numbers, Leticia Lopez will just add to that score total.
Bazzi puts it in on a nice pass there from Kusara. 7-5 for the Saints, an early lead in this one. Jamie Gordon now. Good pass to Brown, that's in. And there's that full court press coming into factor. It's good on the defensive side for St. Clair, but once you get past it, it's gonna be tough to defend.
When St. Clair is unable to get that initial turnover, it's resulting in 2-on-1s, which is just too easy of points to give to this talented Humber Hawks offense.
We've seen a couple of those back-to-back. Here's a move for the Saints. That's no good from Ulickney. Here comes Brown back the other way.
Once again,
Brown
the Hawks with numbers.
goes hard to the rim, and it's gonna go the other way with the offensive foul. Good take there from Kusara. She's been all over the map so far. Britannia Brown picks up an early foul, which is her second, so she's gonna check out of the game. And we mentioned Janae Giles, how she's back in the lineup. She is now, and she's coming in.
Great to see Giles back on the court. Missed the last contest against Redeemer. Definitely a vocal leader. See her already letting defensive assignments be heard. She's an important part of AJ Sharma's squad.
Kusara, Botsy now. She made a three earlier. Back to Kusara. Kusara going hard with the left, and it trickles in. Good move from Anna Kusara.
Favorable role for Kusara. That's a name we've said time and time again so far today, making her presence felt on both sides of the court.
Taylor gets fouled from the full court press from the Saints, and it looks like that was on Botsy.
Absolute torrid pace to start this one. Both teams coming out flying.
That foul's actually going to be on Ahmed. Here's Taylor. Lopez with it now. Back to McCabe Taylor at the top.
Kiba Taylor really being the power play of this offense.
Giles the three. Welcome back, Janae Giles with the big three, and the Hawks regain the lead. It's 10-9.
With the three-point shooting that Lopez brings, so now add another strong three-point shooter like Giles back on the floor. That's going to cause problems all night for the Saints defense.
Kusara still with it now. Finds Botsy. She's thinking about three. Looking for a screen. She gets it. Good defense from the Hawks. Ulickney the three. That's off the mark. Rebound Lopez. Trickles away. Ahmed just keeps it in. She still has it now. Breaks up to the top. Reset. 14 seconds left. Strong left hand there from Kusara.
And that's a matchup Saints been able to exploit so far. Kusara finding herself on the scoreboard early, doing a nice job driving that lane aggressively.
Janae Giles the three. That's off the mark. Rebound Jamie Gordon. Easy putback. No one back for the Saints on the glass. Jamie Gordon with the easy putback.
Jamie Gordon and Maya Campbell-Johnson sitting all alone under the St. Clair basket there. That was a guaranteed rebound and a very easy bucket for Gordon.
Jana Kusara with it. She has 5 points so far in this one.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball in her hands with each and every possession. She's been a key piece of this offense.
Ahmed to Botsy. Maya Campbell-Johnson working on defense. Kusara, 2 seconds left. She's got to put it up. That's deep, and that's good. Jana Kusara with the deep three, and she's got 10 already in this one.
Shot clock expiring, and nothing but net there from Kusara, who's been a thorn in the side for this Humber Hawks team so far today.
Full court press. Giles, another three. She's feeling it. That one goes in. She was here in warm-up about 2 hours before the game working on her shot, and she's 2 of 3 from three, coming off the bench with 6 points.
Yeah, missed a little bit of time, but absolutely no rust shooting beyond the arc for Giles as she's drained 2 so far.
Kusara now with it. Easy, that's too easy for Kusara. She goes in.
Well, time and time again, Kusara able to find that seam in the defense, driving aggressively in the paint and finding easy layup opportunities.
Easy move for Kusara, beating her defender. Janae Giles now with it. Up to the top to Taylor. Constructing the offense, finds Lopez on the screen. The three, that's no good. Rebound. It's loose, still loose now. Botsy comes up with it. Here's Botsy. Finds Ulickney for three. That's no good. Rebound. Looks like the Saints are going to get it. It's Ahmed.
Not even attempting a two-pointer here, the Saints, as they seem focused beyond the perimeter.
They love that three ball. Ulickney the three. That's no good. Rebound Taylor. And the Hawks survived that possession.
Here comes that fast break. Giles.
There she is. And the end one. Janae Giles showing it off. What a start for her.
She brings a jolt to this lineup, both with her energy and her play. She's fun to watch. And for the girls around her, she makes each and every teammate better when she's on the court.
Janae Giles with 8 points so far, couple threes. She'll be at the line. A chance to bring her to 9 points and put this Hawks lead to 2. But so far, this has been a back and forth game with a lot of threes.
Absolutely. Both teams showing no fear with their shot selection. Shooting often and early beyond the arc, and seems to be working out fairly well for both sides.
St. Clair second in the league in three-pointers made and attempts. Humber third in the league in attempts and fourth in three-pointers made. So that just shows right there that we're going to see a lot of threes, and we already have, as Janae Giles finishes the and one. It's a 2-point lead for the Hawks. Kusara now finds Batsi.
Batsi's been fairly one-dimensional so far, really only shooting beyond the line.
Kusara, the three, that's a high arc three, that's no good. Rebounds comes up to Ulickney, she still has it now. Finds Tompkins for three, that's good. Coming off the bench, Tompkins with the three, and St. Clair regains the lead. Good move there. They're actually calling that three from Tompkins. It's actually a 2 now, so it is 2018 for the Hawks.
Brittany English, a fresh face in the game. You've seen her score a bucket there.
St. Clair trying to get something going here on the offensive. Good defense right now from the Hawks. The three from Batsi is way off for the air ball. And the Hawks let it go out of bounds, as Laura Meadows is going to check in for Maya Campbell-Johnson.
And all of a sudden, the looks for the St. Clair three-point shooters are not so clear, as Humber really starting to adjust. Bazzi had a tough look on that shot and unable to touch rim.
Beals now. Lopez working on Ulickney.
Lopez with a hot hand so far.
There's a three. Janae Giles, she's feeling it. Another three, that's number 3.
Number 3 already for Giles. She's having herself a night. Must feel great for her to get back on the court.
Here's a three from St. Clair. That's no good. A rebound. Lopez has it. Here comes the press now. English, good pass. Oh, Laura Meadows couldn't handle it, but it goes right to Lopez, who finishes it off. A 7-point lead for the Hawks, just like that.
Not even Meadows saw that no-look pass coming from English.
St. Clair trying to get something going here. The three from Tompkins. That's no good. Weak side rebound. Beals, she has it.
That's exactly why Beals is in the lineup. An incredible rebounder. Look for her on both the defensive and offensive boards all tonight.
Ebony Beals looking for someone here. She finds English. Janae Giles, she's feeling it right now. She's got 10 already. Good pass to Laura Meadows, who finishes it off. Hawks grow their lead to 9, and we're going to get a timeout as Andy Kiss is not satisfied with how his team is playing right now.
Not too pleased with the defense as Kiss, as he's going to have a talk with his squad.
All right, everyone, it's time to get your tickets.
He does not seem pleased whatsoever, as he'll have a talking to.
All right.
It's 27-18, the Hawks lead. St. Clair has struggled on the defensive side of the ball.
1-6-5.
You see A.J. Sharma making minor adjustments. Andy Kiss looking to make some more major changes, it seems, as he's been making sure his defenders are aware of the problems they have. As Laura Meadows, that last bucket we just saw, doesn't get much easier than that. A nice seam pass from Giles. And that bucket too easy, forcing that timeout from Kiss.
Humber has taken advantage of some mislaps on the defensive side from St. Clair and have grown their lead to 9 now. It was a one-possession game, now a 9-point lead for the Hawks.
See Kiss there trying to pump up his squad as he's not too pleased with the start. And you got to put into question that full court press they had early on in this one. Seemed to let up on some easy baskets and some numbers. So look for Kiss to make possibly an adjustment, as he's not too pleased with the way this one's turning out.
Yeah, Andy Kiss not pleased with his team right now. Very frustrated during that timeout.
But the clipboard seemed to get the worst of it. It looks as we're back underway here.
Definitely not satisfied with that, as Andy Kiss trying to find some answers from his team. His team has been playing pretty well offensively, but the defensive side has really struggled. That they've given up 27 points already here in the first.
Yeah, St. Clair really hitting their shots. They've had some good looks, and they've been making the buckets, but it appears the defense will be the downside.
And it looks like we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow pointed in Humber's direction, so they will get the ball here.
Laura Meadows on the inbound. She returned recently, just a couple games ago, from a major injury, so she's been worked back into the lineup slowly by head coach A.J. Sharma. Nice to see her back on the floor.
English, the three, that's good on a good pass from Janae Giles. And Brittany English feeling it as well. 30-18 for the Hawks, a good start for them.
And it seems as though every shooter right now for the Hawks has a hot hand, as Giles, Lopez, and now English are all dropping threes.
Tompkins, the three, that's off the mark. Rebound, Hawks. And we're going to get an offensive foul here on Janae Giles as Botsy, the three-point. It looked like we were going to get some subs here from both sides. Instead, now they will come in officially as Botsy will come back in for the St. Clair Saints, and Taylor will return for the Hawks. Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez there, giving her a much-needed break. She's been the general of this offense so far tonight.
What a start, though, for Jana Kusura for the St. Clair Saints. 12 points already in this one. Here she is now with the ball. Kusura trying to find great defense from Janae Giles.
Hard-nosed defense from Giles, what we've seen all year long.
Going with the crossover, rattles around and through. Janae Giles, what a night so far. 14 points, leads her team.
And that 10 seconds of play really defines Janae Giles' game. Tough defense and going hard to the rim.
Here she is now. She finds English, intercepted by Botsy. She comes the other way. She gives it up to Tompkins, who's trying to find Botsy. She can't find it. And now here come the Hawks back the other way. Giles the three, that's no good. Foul around.
Seems as though
now.
St. Clair is just making one too many passes.
Kusura the three, that's no good. Giles another rebound. She has it to Taylor. Across the timeline. Taylor trying to make a move, and that pass is way over the head of English. A turnover by the Hawks.
Yeah, I like the creativity of that pass, making that pass midair, but as you said, air mails that one over the St. Clair bench.
41 seconds remaining.
Humber really taking advantage of the speed they have in their lineup tonight, as that fast break has really been working some magic so far.
Kusura now with it across the timeline. 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Kusura, one of the few pieces of offense that are working.
Botsy the three, that's off the mark. Janae Giles, monster on the glass already. Here she is now, she loses it though, and she's gonna get charged for the foul. That's gonna be her second.
Yeah, the ball just out of reach of Janae Giles. Try to chase that down, but unable to get to it.
Mara there, she's gonna go to the line as the Hawks are in the penalty.
You can see after that timeout, the intensity really starting to ramp up in this one. Very tense inside the Hawks nest so far.
Mara first free throw is good. And this was a one-possession game, and the Hawks went on a huge run. And that person who helped out was Janae Giles.
Janae Giles, what a huge name to have back in the lineup. What she brings on both sides of the court. She's been making her presence felt early and often with her physical play.
Ebony Beals with the turnover here, a little bit rushed, as the St. Clair Saints might hold it for the last shot here.
Here comes Anna Jacobs into the lineup.
Anna Jacobs comes in. Janae Giles with the rest. She has 2 fouls already here with 14 points.
Jacobs is a regular contributor off the bench, a very strong defensive player. Played a lot of minutes in that last time out against the Redeemer Royals.
Kusura to Botsy. 2 seconds left. Great block there from Laura Meadows. She puts up a shot. That's off the mark, but she is going to get fouled. Andy Kiss there, head coach, not liking the call. But what a play from Laura Meadows to block the final shot, take the ball away, and go to the line after she gets fouled.
Yeah, you want a little boost momentum at the end of that first quarter here, and Laura Meadows does exactly that.
The refs are having a word here on the final play of the half. Laura Meadows will go to the line for 2 shots here. First one is good.
Off the front of the rim there for Meadows.
Can't see it on your screen, but she made the first one and she makes the second one.
So a little bit of a unorthodox ending to this first quarter, as Meadows makes 2 of 3 free throws there.
So the Hawks will lead 34-19 at the end of the first quarter. But what a quarter it was. The highlight of that quarter has to be Janae Giles.
Absolutely, it's been a run and gun beginning to this game, and early on, very tight, as you mentioned, a one-possession game. But that three-point shooting, specifically Janae Giles, and they've absolutely pulled away early in this one. AJ Sharma looking at that win number 150, and it's looking here for the taking tonight at the Hawks Nest.
So we're just moments away from the second quarter action between the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints. Humber is 7-1 on the season through 8 games. St. Clair 5-2 on the season, coming off a tough loss a couple games ago versus Niagara. St. Clair, that is, where they lost in a 1-point game. Other than that, they've been pretty exceptional in their last couple games.
Yeah, you see Humber, that one loss on the record comes from the team above them in the standings. That's the Fanshawe Falcons. And they're showing their might tonight, trying to keep pace with Fanshawe to be top in this division.
Referees having a little chat here on that final play as we're getting set here to begin second quarter action between the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. It's been a good one so far, back and forth, really.
And I know we've mentioned the name quite a few times, but Janae Giles, the leading scorer in that first half with 14 points for the Hawks. 3 of 4 shooting from 3-point range.
You got to watch out for Jana Kusera, who's put up 11 points as well. She's got a couple of rebounds, a couple of assists to go along with it. But it's really that field goal percentage for the Hawks that has been key. 81% field goal percentage in that first quarter. That's just unbelievable in a sense right there.
And that's got to feel good. Last time in this gym, on this court on Wednesday, not a very great shooting start. You look at Leticia Lopez, who usually is an offensive phenom. She was 1 for 7 from 3-point range early on in that game before scoring a game-high 19. So getting this early start must feel nice for the shooters of Humber.
And the Hawks have had 23 points off the bench. Janae Giles with Brittany English and Laura Meadows putting all of that points from the bench. Here's Ahmed with the left hook, no good. Ulikny with the rebound, finds Botsy with the floater, is good. Good possession coming out of the first quarter for the Saints.
I see some versatility from Botsy. Only seen her toss up some 3 points early on, but there's a layup attempt.
The Saints were 2 of 12 from 3 in that first quarter. Both of those threes coming at the start of the quarter as well, so they really struggled near the end of that first quarter from 3.
Yeah, kept pace early, but too hot were the Humber Hawks shooters.
Taylor with the good move, gets a friendly bounce. And it's 36-21. Hawks grow their lead to 15.
See Makiba Taylor really grow as an offensive leader for this team as the season's grown on. Really a quarterback of that offense.
Tompkins looking for Ulikny down low. Ulikny with the good hook, no good. Lopez comes down with it. And she scrambles away from this St. Clair defense.
The 5'3" Leticia Lopez always puts some rebounds on her stat sheet. Very tough competitor.
A little miscommunication there between Taylor and Gordon. Ahmed comes back the other way looking for someone. She finds Botsy, who will slow things down for the Saints.
Great hustle play by Makiba Taylor on that one-on-one.
Kusera with the good move. The left hand bounces out, not the bounce she was looking for. Here comes Humber with Taylor. Taylor now, Britannia Brown with it, looking for a screen. She finds Maya Campbell-Johnson. Haven't seen much of her so far in this one.
They haven't exactly needed her with the strength of the offense so far tonight.
Taylor, what a pass there to Gordon, who can't finish. The rebound, gets fouled, and one from Jamie Gordon, as it looks like Botsy is going to get called with the foul, but great second effort chance there from Jamie Gordon.
Jamie Gordon, familiar territory, directly under that basket, doing what she does best, collecting rebounds and dropping in that layup.
Ahmed's gonna get called with the foul. That's her 3rd foul of the game. So she has to come out here.
Jamie Gordon leading the Hawks in field goal percentage at 48.6, so her ability to shoot in and around the basket has really been successful for her team.
The end one is no good. Lopez, though, comes down with it on the rebound. Taylor can't handle it. She still has it. It's loose. St. Clair comes up with it. It's Ulikny.
Kusera once again.
Kusera pushing this offense right now. Botsy back to Kusera. Kusera, great defense from Campbell-Johnson, but it looked like a kick ball there. But great defense from Maya Campbell-Johnson. Kusera had her on the switch.
MCJ almost off to the races there, but kickball called, and it'll go St. Clair's ball.
Botsy. Great pass there inside, and a good finish from Zelina for the Saints. And it's a 13-point game. Humber leads by 13.
Saints pride themselves on their ball movement. They're going to need a lot more like that.
Taylor, great pass to Maya Campbell-Johnson, who does the over and under. with a good finish. Hawks lead by 17.
That's one of the few times we've called MCJ's name tonight. She hasn't exactly been needed with the hot start of this offense, but if she can start pouring it on here, it could get ugly quickly for St. Clair.
That three is short from Tompkins. Campbell Johnson with it. Fadeaway jumper is good. She's money. That's her spot there with that fadeaway J.
Like absolute clockwork. We've seen her all year with that step back shot. So consistent and so efficient in her movement is MCJ when she finds herself in the paint.
Hawks have their largest lead right now. It's 19.
Tough defense here from Taylor.
Kusara, and she's going to get charged with a traveling great defense from Makeba Taylor.
And give every bit of credit there to Makeba Taylor. She was on the hip the entire way, not allowing Kusara to put that shot up.
Britannia Brown checks out as English checks back in for the Hawks. She's got 5 points.
Yeah, nice to see English get some minutes here. She's played well thus far today.
And AJ Sharma there, you can see he's telling his players to get back as the full court press is happening from the Saints. As Jamie Gordon is set to inbound this ball to the Humber Hawks. 19-point lead, the largest of the game so far for the Hawks.
AJ Sharma as composed as ever on that sideline. With a lead like this, it's a nice, easy Saturday for him so far.
Lopez. Back in backcourt, looked like it was tipped. English back to Lopez. Lopez now driving to the rim, gets fouled from Botsy.
The athleticism from Lopez, even getting that shot up, is remarkable. Moving at full speed, unable to make the basket, but she'll go with the charity stripe here.
Andy Kiss, head coach of the Saints, not liking the call at all as Botsy gets called for it.
Yeah, still waiting for the first smile of the day from the face of Andy Kiss. He has not liked what he's seen from his squad.
And his team came out with a lot of energy in that first quarter, but once Janae Giles hit the floor, it looked like she really took over the game in that first quarter. And so far, it's helped a lot with this Humber Hawks lead.
Yeah, Giles really has that special skill of just taking the jump out of the opposing team. With the energy she brings to the floor, she's tough to compete with.
There's Maya Campbell Johnson with the over and under. Here's Botsy now. Back to Tompkins. Tompkins finds Ulickney. Ulickney trying to make a move. She loses it for a second. She finds Kusara.
Not easy to drive the lane against these Hawks.
Kusara the three. That's going to be short. Lopez under the basket with it.
Absolute rainbow of a three attempt there by Kusara.
That's great defense there from Taylor. Maya Campbell Johnson with it. The right hook, no good. Rebound, Meadows ran into English there. Meadows still with it, looking for a man open. She's double teamed right now, and the Saints are going to come up with it as Laura Meadows is going to get called with the foul here on Ulickney.
Yeah, Meadows always a tough competitor. You see her run over two Saints on that play there. She's smiling with her teammates currently. That's some of the energy she brings to the lineup. A fifth year, nice to have that experience back. Take a look at Kusara there, waiting for the inbound.
Kaylee Chauvin will check in for St. Clair as Zelina checks out. Botsy now brings it up the court. St. Clair down by 20 here in the second quarter, 6:10 remaining.
If there were ever a time for that three-point shooting to come back for St. Clair, now would be it.
Kusara no good. She hasn't found those bounces so far.
Ebony Beals mishandles there, able to rip it away.
Good job there from Tompkins to intercept the pass. Beals, you mentioned, struggled a little bit trying to get that ball through the timeline. Eventually does, but the Hawks will get the out-of-bounds inbound. Ulickney on Lopez. Beals over to English. Finds Taylor. Taylor finds Laura Meadows. That's going to be a 3-second offensive violation here on Laura Meadows. As we're going to get a timeout on the floor.
Even still, some nice ball movement shown there with that violation. So we take a look at Laura Meadows attempt that shot after the whistle there. So depth really been an important factor for AJ Sharma and his team today. As a lot of different names getting into that lineup and a lot of different names contributing on the stat sheet.
And you mentioned it a little bit there about AJ Sharma. He has 149 wins for his career. He's one win away from capturing win number 150 for his career, which would be the best all-time for Humber and the first all-time to reach 150, which would be exceptional.
Absolutely, already a legend when it comes to Humber sports, and that just would cement his name and some of the all-time greats to coach at this school and this program. I'm sure he's not a man who cares too much about individual accomplishments. I know he's very team-orientated, but it'd be something very special and able to get that 150th win here at home.
I'm sure it's not something that right now he's thinking about, especially with this big game on the line and the break coming, but I think it's something where during the break or even after his career, he can look back and think, wow, I really accomplished something special at Humber.
Absolutely, and it's an accomplishment that no one else has ever achieved. No one else could put their name on that steed. There's 150 wins for Humber women's basketball. An incredible accomplishment if he's able to achieve it today.
We're hoping it's going to happen here today, and this Hawks Nessica crowd on hand for this one.
Got the men's game coming up shortly.
That should be a good one as well. Here's Kusara. She has to get going for the Saints team. Kusara gets blocked from Meadows. Rebound comes to Tompkins. Back to Kusara.
Interior defense for the Hawks, tough to penetrate.
Kusara trying to go through a couple people in there. She gets eventually fouled, but we saw her get off to a really hot start at the beginning of the first quarter. The Hawks have really done a good job quieting her down.
Yeah, give credit to that defense. Really be able to shut her out after a strong start. Again, nice work by Coach A.J. Sharma to make the adjustments needed to slow down the potent shooting of Kusara.
Kusara had 10 of the first 14 points for the St. Clair team. Since then, the Saints team has really gone downwards, and she's gone downwards with her when it comes to the numbers. She hasn't been able to put those points that she did in that first quarter, as she misses both from the line.
And we talk about the adjustments made by Humber, but now adjustments also need to be made by St. Clair. Is that effort to drive the lane really not being successful? Maybe go back to that perimeter shooting that they found success with all season long.
It looked like a lane violation there, so Kusara will get reattempt here on the second one. She makes it. So it is 43-24, a 19-point game, as Kusara will sit for the first time in this one with 5:29 to go.
A much-needed break. She's had the ball on each and every possession, hoping to keep her fresh for a second-half push.
Full court press here. Almost turned over. English comes down with it. Beals now working on the defender, finds English. English going through the outside, finds Beals with the jumper. With the friendly hop, no, it bounces out. And here come the Saints back the other way. Mara trying to make a move. Good interception there from Janae Giles. Here she comes back the other way, trying to make a move on Botsy. Goes strong, good take.
On each end of the floor, Janae Giles, an absolute force. Great positioning on that takeaway and great physical attack at the basket.
Botsy looking for a three. Ulickney now with it. Back to Botsy. She has Beals on her. Saints trying to get something going here. Good spin move by Tompkins as she gets fouled, and she will go to the line.
Once again, Giles laughing off that foul attempt. She didn't think she did anything wrong there, but Tompkins went down hard on that one.
Great move there from Marissa Mara, number 20 on St. Clair. As Anna Jacobs will check back in. Janae Giles checks out as she is in foul trouble with 3. A couple people on both teams in foul trouble. Janae Giles with 3. Ahmed for St. Clair, she has 3 fouls as well. She's been on the bench since that start of the second quarter, so a little bit of different matchup we'll be seeing on the floor.
Yeah, it's been an intense game down the stretch. Foul is definitely something to keep an eye on. It's been a physical affair.
Giles back to the bench. Taylor now trying to find Beals, and she can't handle the hard pass, and the Saints will regain the ball in the turnover from the Hawks.
Really like the aggressiveness shown in the transitions from Humber, making those long stretch passes. Really trying to find some open floor against the Saints defense.
Ulickney, the pull-up J, the friendly hop off the glass. It works. Ulickney with the bucket. She's got 2 points.
Nice behind the back from English there, showing off some handles.
Taylor trying to get something going for the Hawks. She only has 2 points, but she's been the facilitator for the Hawks on the offensive end. Steal here.
You don't see Meadows often on the perimeter. Strange to see her out there on that possession.
Ulickney. A three from the Saints, that's no good. Rebound, it's still loose. Beals comes up with it after the tip from Jacobs.
Yeah, great play there by Jacobs, seeing Beals sitting on some open floor and able to tip it her way.
Meadows looking for some movement from the Hawks offense, finds Beals inside. Back to Meadows, fakes the three, she runs at the rim, the right hand, and it's good. Great move there from Laura Meadows from the top.
Fake that three, a point beyond the arc, able to scoop around the defender and get that bucket in for a high efficient shot attempt.
Botsy, the deep three, that's good. And the Saints need her to heat up as she struggled from three since that start of the first quarter. And the Hawks will take a timeout as the St. Clair Saints are trying to cut into this lead as slowly as possible.
And that's exactly what they're going to need if they hope to do so. Bozzi finally converting on some of those three-point attempts. She's had plenty of attempts, not so many makes tonight. Much more of that needed for the side of St. Clair as they find themselves in quite the hole.
Bozzi comes up with a big three for her team. She's got 10 points in this one, an efficient game for her. The field goal percentage isn't as high as maybe she would have liked it, but she's shooting up those threes, and if they fall, that's all head coach Andy Kiss really wants.
Absolutely, Andy Kiss has shown no fear in letting Bozzi shoot the ball, so why not continue to do so? It's the type of game they play. I know you find yourselves in quite the deficit, a 16-point hole currently, but you gotta keep your eyes off that scoreboard and keep trying to make those shots.
It's all about the comeback right now for the St. Clair Saints. They are down by 16 points as the kids are fired up about this one. We got a good one here at the Hawks Nest with 3:23 to go. The Saturday crowd in attendance.
Ladies giving that home crowd plenty to cheer about. Dropping 47 points in the first half.
As we're set to begin here, Ebony Beals, Leticia Lopez, Anna Jacobs, Makeba Taylor, and Jamie Gordon on the court for this Hawks team. 3:15 to go. Beals with the inbound pass deflected from Mara.
Not exactly a surprise for the St. Clair Saints that they're trying to get the ball in the hands of Leticia Lopez.
And right out of the timeout, Ebony Beals checks out. Maya Campbell-Johnson back in the game for the Hawks.
Been a pretty easy day on the court for Maya Campbell-Johnson. Hasn't had to do too much of the dirty work as her teammates have really carried the load tonight.
She's been good on the defensive side of the ball as well. Jamie Gordon trying to work on her defender. The right hand hook under the glass, no good. Botsy comes down with it.
Right idea with the reverse layup, unable to connect though for Gordon.
Ulickney finds Botsy the three, that's her spot, no good. Rebound, Saints come down with it. Mara. Botsy still has it now, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Zadina.
Gonna have to put up a shot soon.
Mara's got to put something up, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Tompkins, great defense there from Anna Jacobs.
Jacobs overran her assignment, but able to reach back and make that play.
Makeba Taylor with the good hook. That spills out. Jacobs finds Lopez. Lopez still with it. Good drive to the rim. Gets fouled from Botsy and one, and she's liking that one.
Amazing how fast Lopez could drive that lane. She went from deep in three-point range under the basket in a split second. That's hard to guard.
Transition ball. We saw that defense from the Hawks playing a big factor. Back the other way, Leticia Lopez with the end one. She'll be at the line to try to finish this three-point play.
Take a look at the Toronto native there. Lopez misses that free throw attempt.
That one spills out, but there's Maya Campbell-Johnson, comes down with it and puts it right back up for the bucket. A 20-point lead, 51-31.
Now late in the second, we see the big names out on the floor, Lopez and MCJ.
We're going to get a foul here. It's going to be on Anna Jacobs. Her first foul of the game. Team foul number 4 on the Hawks.
See if the Saints look to the perimeter here.
Botsy, Ulickney the three. That's off the mark. Rebound, Saints come down with it. Maya Campbell-Johnson just strips it away.
Great basketball IQ. Campbell-Johnson closing in, ripping that ball away.
Lopez. Still has it now. Good defense from Ulickney. 3 seconds left. Gordon has just got to put something up. Finds Lopez, who has to put it up quickly. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. Good defense from the Saints.
Yeah, absolutely no look given to Leticia Lopez there, as she had to put that shot up, but right into the hands of the defender.
As Brittany English will check back in for Lopez. 1:39 remaining here in the first half. Saints trying to cut into this lead. Here's Botsy. In the corner for Zadina, the three. That's no good. Jamie Gordon trying to come down with it. She can't. And she's going to get called with the foul.
Gordon did a nice job to box out Botsy there, but unable to guard Ulickney as well under the basket. Tough defensive assignment.
And it looks like Ulickney will go to the line. Kusera checked back in moments ago. She is back in for the Saints here with 1:30 to go.
Ulickney just a 50% shooter from the line.
She makes the first one there.
Take a look at Jacob standing a little far down the court, looking for that outstretched pass.
Both free throws made from Ulickney. Taylor over to Brittany English. She's been a factor so far in this game off the bench for the Hawks. Gordon kicks it out to Taylor. She'll take the three. That's good. Makeba Taylor with the three. She's feeling it. That's a deep three and a good pass from Jamie Gordon.
Great work by Gordon, drawing a lot of attention to herself before kicking it out to Taylor there.
Botsy making a move on Campbell Johnson, and the floater is good. Botsy comes up for the Saints with a respond.
After a slow start, Botsy really starting to contribute for her squad here as that errant pass goes the way of Kusera.
Taylor had her dribble canceled. She had to give it up as Kusera was going to the rim, had the ball taken away.
See that shot made by Makeba Taylor.
It will be Saints ball though. 45 seconds left here in the first half. Kusera at the top. Finds Ulickney on the far side. Ulickney the three. That's off the mark. Weak side rebound. Deflected off Maya Campbell Johnson. Saints ball.
And the story coming into this one was St. Clair's ball movement. They averaged 20 assists a game. Haven't seen much of it yet. Great work by the Humber Hawks defense to get their hands in the passing lane.
Ulickney in the corner for Botsy, the three. That's good. That's what you want to see out of her if you're head coach Andy Kiss. A big three from Botsy.
A lot more of that needed. But for Botsy, she's finally starting to get her rhythm.
Double team coming here as Taylor gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Kaylee Chauvin. Number 15.
St. Clair on defense, really hustling to the ball. A lot of times, two defenders on one Humber Hawk. Hawks been able to find that open player and really take advantage of it all game.
5-second differential, game shot. Shot clock, the three from Taylor, no good. Rebound comes up. It looks like Maya Campbell Johnson's going to get called for the over.
For MCJ, the only 6-footer on the floor, that's hard not to do. Reaching over there.
15 seconds to go. Hawks are in the penalty, so Kusera will head to the line. First one no good. Kusera has struggled from the line so far in this one.
She's been getting an opportunity, showing no fear, putting it on the charity stripe, just unable to take advantage of it, has been Kusera all game.
Second one is good, nothing but net. 54-39. Hawks gonna hold it here for the last shot, 10 seconds to go.
Let's see if Taylor will get the look.
Taylor Ulickney with great defense. Anna Jacobs inside to Maya Campbell Johnson, who puts it up. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line with 2 seconds left here in the first half.
Deja vu from quarter number one as Laura Meadows took some foul shots in the last few moments of that quarter, and now we see MCJ will take the line with just a second left in the half.
Campbell Johnson at the line. She's got 7 points with that one. Looking for 8 here. She's been good on the defensive side of the ball. And she's at times putting in her time on the offensive side, bringing up some big buckets and some good rebounds to go along with it.
Absolutely, a physical force in the paint. She's a big part of what the Humber Hawks do offensively. And as you mentioned, that one had some height on it, but nowhere near.
And not a chance there. Busra does not make it, but an all-in-all great quarter for the Humber Hawks, putting up 56 points in that first half.
Yeah, if you're a fan of offensive basketball, you're at the right place, as Humber has absolutely exploded, as you mentioned, on pace for a monster game on the stat sheet, and the defense equally as impressive.
You saw Bati there. She has a 15 points in that first half, a really good first half. That's the spark plug that you want to see for St. Clair. Humber doing a good job on both sides, putting up some big numbers. We saw Janae Giles with a huge first quarter off the bench.
Yeah, it's so nice to have her back in the lineup, just for her leadership that she brings to the court and also her play. She's been lights out shooting from three today.
Show you here some first half highlights. Hawks lead 56-39 at the end of the first half. We'll be back with second half action coming up shortly.
All right, we have Matt here. He's going to try to walk away with $1,000. Super easy. All he has to do is make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and then a half-court shot. You think you can do it, Matt? You think Matt can do it? All right, you get 2 shots with the free throw. Layup. Layup's good. All right. You got 2 shots to do the free throw. That's cool. You can do it. One more shot here. Ah. It's okay. It's okay, Matt. Give it up for Matt.
6-year deal.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are your first half leaders. First in the St. Clair Saints with 13 points, number 12, Lucia. With 15 points, number 14, Gilbert Robinson. And for your Humber Hawks with 10 points, number 10, Leticia Lopez. And with 16 points, number 9, Janae Giles.
To the Hawks Sports Network. The Humber Hawks lead the St. Clair Saints 56-39 at the first half. And the story of this game so far, Adam, has to be that field goal percentage in this game so far.
Yeah, if you need one stat to tell you the story of this game, look no further than the field goal percentage. Humber shooting an incredible 68.8% from the floor, and St. Clair currently at 31.1. And we take a look at the rookies and what they've done tonight. Haven't seen too much of Emblyn Anang. Not sure she's touched the floor as of yet tonight. And
for St. Clair, it's got to be Nora Botzi there, number 14. She's been key for the St. Clair Saints, putting up a team high 15 points.
Absolutely, it's been a two-headed beast on offense for St. Clair, as Kusara currently sits at 13 points, and as you mentioned, Botzi leading her squad with 15.
And those two have really been the key contributors to the St. Clair offense. No other players close to their mark. So for St. Clair to have success in the second half, they're going to hope for some other secondary scoring from maybe their bench or even some of their other starters.
AJ Sharma is too good of a coach not to make adjustments. If you're looking to get the ball in the hands of just 2 of your players, look for this strong Humber Hawks team to really shut those 2 down and make their lives not easy once they get on the offensive side of the floor.
The Hawks have won 7 in a row. You can see on your screen, Humber 7-1 on the season. They lost their first game of the season to the Fanshawe Falcons, who are in first place, and now they've won 7 in a row. So they're trying to keep that winning streak alive here tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough one. A little bit of a bump in the road with that loss to Fanshawe early on, but to rattle off 7 wins straight and in good shape in this one as well.
We'll see how the Saints come out of this first half here.
Already some good ball movement.
Maya Campbell-Johnson with the right hook, no good. Rebound, Saints. Here's Kusara. Back the other way, Batsi over to Ahmed. We didn't see much of her. She was in foul trouble. Kulikny, the 3, no good. Ahmed now with it. Mentioned here, she has 3 fouls. They came very early on in that first half. Batsi, 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Look for a 3 here.
Kusara, the deep through the high arced, no good. Rebound, Kulikny comes down with it. She has it. Finds Ahmed. She sees a lane, goes right after it, and banks it off the glass and in.
Makeba Taylor picked up Kusara coming in the lane there, but left open the ball handler for that easy bucket.
Taylor to Gordon.
Gordon looking to distribute that ball and get herself in scoring position.
Maya Campbell-Johnson calling for the ball. She gets it, finds Lopez, wide open 3. That's good. Leticia Lopez continues her hot streak with a 3.
Not an easy catch and shoot there as that pass came in low around knee level for Lopez. Able to get that shot up and hit nothing but net.
Ahmed, good crossover there. Finds Ulikny, good pass to Ahmed, who can't finish it off. Great help defense there from Maya Campbell-Johnson. Saints come up with it though. Ahmed with the good defensive play there.
Very
once
impressive
again,
so far as Ahmed.
And what a job there from Ahmed. We didn't see much of her in that first half, but so far already in the second half, she's made a huge impact for this St. Clair team.
Yeah, we mentioned Kusara and Bazzi being the only difference makers, but if Ahmad could get going here, could be really important as the depth is starting to come out and shine for the St. Clair Saints.
Ahmad had that good bucket earlier on in this quarter and a good defensive play to get the ball back for St. Clair. Ahmad, the jumper is good. Ahmad making an impact, cuts into this Hawks lead. Here comes Taylor back the other way for Humber to Gordon. Janae Giles back into the game. She has it now. Giles trying to find Lopez. She can't. Good interception there from Ulikny. Kusara now going strong, looking for a call, didn't get it. She comes down with it off the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball with Jamie Gordon. But the Hawks will end up with the ball with the possession arrow pointed their way.
Hard work there by Jamie Gordon to come down, fighting that ball away from Kusara, able to gain possession for her team.
Taylor. Hawks working the offense right now, trying to get something open. Mike Campbell-Johnson pulls up, good move, and a strong take for Campbell-Johnson.
And when MCJ is within that proximity of the rim, you can pretty much put 2 points on the board every time. She's tough to guard down on the baseline.
Good strong move there from Kusara. Can't finish though. Taylor finds in the corner. Lopez trying to go strong. Good defensive play there from Ahmed.
Ahmed making her presence felt on both sides of the court early on in the second half here. Another cause for concern if you're Humber.
Giles checks in now. Giles now with it. Lopez to Gordon for 3. This one is off the mark. Rebound, weak side. Taylor back to Giles. Giles, Lopez, that's her spot. There it is. Leticia Lopez for 3. And
Lopez,
she bangs it in.
Hawks are doing a phenomenal job of finding open floor. Able to bust out from coverage and find open looks, especially on those 3-point attempts.
Kusara the 3, that's good, and a good bounce back there from Janet Kusara.
We've seen that rainbow 3 come off the hand of Kusara time and time again. Now it's starting to fall.
Taylor, Maya Campbell-Johnson working on Kusara right now.
It's a fun one-on-one matchup here. 2 strong players.
Johnson trying to go under, no good, off of Jamie Gordon and out of bounds.
And you gotta love the hustle and the heart put in there by Jamie Gordon. Not a high percentage rebound there, but she sure gave it a go.
As Chauvin will check out of this one. Tompkins checks back in for St. Clair.
Tompkins, a three-point threat on the floor.
Kusra to Tompkins. Ahmad with it. Finds Kusra. Working on Giles. Great defense there from Janae Giles. Back the other way. Trying to find Taylor. A little bit too much speed there for Taylor. And wide open Kusra on a pass from Batsy, and she'll finish it off.
Yeah, failed fast break attempt there. Unable to convert on the layup was Humber. And about an easy bucket as you'll find for Kusra there.
Full court press here from the Saints. Comes up with the tip out of bounds. Humber will get it with 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Definitely a lively start to this second half for St. Clair, but Humber really keeping them in check, doing a strong job here to keep this pressure on.
Taylor now looking for Campbell Johnson. Can't find her. Good defense there from Ahmad. Back the other way. Ulickney to Batsy.
The Hawks so quick getting back on the defensive side.
Kusra with the right hand gets a bounce and in. Back-to-back points for Kusra. They need her to heat up. Here's the leads cut to 14.
Here Bazi on the full court pressing.
Here's a three from Giles, no good. Kusra comes down with it, and here she comes back the other way. Kusra looking for Batsy. Batsy the three. This would be huge, and it is. The Saints are coming back here down by 11 on a big three from Batsy.
This full court press all of a sudden showing dividends for Kiss and his team as they've really been applying the pressure.
They're getting stops on defense and putting that to the offense. Lopez now going strong, and she'll get fouled, being out of bounds foul though. But this is what Andy Kiss was preaching. Fast ball movement and big shots. Batsy comes with a big three, and we've seen a couple good plays from Kusra as well.
Yeah, you've seen that layup there by Kusra. She's had quite the performance from Chatham, Ontario. See Ahmad check out, not too pleased to exit the game as though she seems. Scary moment there for Janae Giles as she went down untouched.
And a turnover here from the Hawks. St. Clair with all the momentum right now. A little miscommunication here between the Saints team.
Kiss not too pleased with the execution of that substitution. So it appears as though we have a little confusion on the floor. The ref's gonna have to talk about this one.
We're gonna get after all of that, we're gonna get a timeout on the floor from the St. Clair Saints, but a good job by the Saints to come back. They were down by 21 in this quarter. It is now a 12-point game. We've seen some big shots from some of the St. Clair team.
Yeah, the most notable thing for me, it appears as though St. Clair has really turned up the tempo to their game. Humber really finding success with those fast breaks off of points and inbounds. St. Clair seemingly taking a page out of that book and trying to do the own thing on their side of the floor and doing well early on as Bazi has been making some shots.
We've seen Ahmad as well come off that bench. She did start the game, but she ran into a lot of foul trouble. She already has 3 fouls in this game, and we didn't see a lot of her in that second quarter, but she's really made an impact. And I feel like she's sort of that energy player that St. Clair really relies on when they're down in games.
Yeah, she's really brought a physical, tough presence to this St. Clair side that they haven't had all game long. And you can see how that could possibly be the reason she's in this foul trouble. But if you're Kiss, that's the type of player you're looking for, as any type of spark is needed, as though they've done a nice job coming back here, but still quite the hole to dig themselves out of.
Ahmad will stay on the bench after this timeout. Laura Meadows checks back in for the Hawks. First time we've seen her in the second half.
If you want to talk tough basketball, Laura Meadows is a name to bring up.
Some big contributors so far for the Saints between Kusra and Batsy. Kusra with 18.
Yeah, the Saints suitors started off pretty cold to this one. It's been a cool night for them, but starting to heat up late. And it's showing on the scoreboard as they're clawing their way back into this.
Tompkins over to Batsy. Kusra now with it, working on Giles. Kusra going up strong. Good defense there from Giles, just going up with the hands.
That is all positioning from Janae Giles. And AJ Sharma's got to be a happy man over on the bench. It's that strong execution there by Giles.
Saw Laura Meadows back into the game. Ulickney checks the ball in, looking for man open. Finds Tompkins, working on Meadows. Back to Ulickney, the three. That's good. Ulickney on the board with the 3. She's got 9 points. Cuts into the lead. It's a 9-point game.
Ulickney had a pretty low field goal percentage in that first half. Be crucial for her to turn it on now for the Saints as they look to get back into this one.
Campbell Johnson with the right hand. That's good. Great move from Maya Campbell Johnson.
That hook shot been near unstoppable all season long for MCJ.
Ulickney. Tompkins now with it. Kusera going strong. Good defense from Giles. We've seen a couple great possessions on Kusera. Lopez. Great pass there to Campbell Johnson, who goes up. Great play, and what a pass that was from Leticia Lopez to Campbell Johnson.
Terrific ball movement. Leticia Lopez with great court vision, seeing MCJ sitting comfortably under the rim.
13-point game, great pass there inside from Batsi to Kusera. She's got 20 now in this one, and it's 68-57 with just under 3:50 to go.
Kusera really starting to get involved now, exactly what the Saints are looking for. She's been finding her way to the basket on each and every possession.
English back into the game for the Hawks. Campbell Johnson going to work here. No good. Weak side rebound. Kusera now with it. Trying to cut into this lead for the Saints. Kusera. Here's a 3. That's off the mark there from Mara. Rebound Meadows. Here comes Brittany English. Finds Giles on the far side, who beats Batsi and puts it in. Batsi caught sleeping there as Janae Giles takes advantage. She's got 16 in this one.
A lot of ball movement in this game. You see the difference, these short, choppy passes from St. Clair and those long stretch passes we just seen there, really making a difference.
Kusera, the 3, no good. Lopez comes down with it. Here come the Hawks back the other way.
Lopez so speedy down the floor.
Campbell Johnson with the jumper. That's no good. Kusera with the rebound back the other way. Fast-paced game right now. Both, all great move from Kusera. Can't finish, though, and she's upset with herself. But fast-paced back and forth right now. Lopez pushing the pace.
Some run-and-gun action. This has been fun.
Meadows for 3. That's no good. Rebound. St. Clair. Here's Tompkins. Brings it up the front court. Mara.
Basketball always a game of runs. Let's see who could go on one here.
Ulickney, the 3 off the glass, rattles around and out. Lopez.
Once again, those stretch passes.
English to Meadows inside, trying to find a man open. She clears it to English to Lopez. Giles now trying to go to work. Giles with the good move, looking for a call, didn't get it. Here comes St. Clair with Kusera. Kusera
showing no fear driving the lane.
Looking for a foul there on Meadows, didn't get it. Great defense from Laura Meadows, just staying in her spot.
And if you're Kusera, you don't want to be a one-trick pony here. You see time and time again, she's trying to drive the middle of that lane. Might be time to start looking for that open teammate.
Campbell Johnson, Laura Meadows falls down looking for a call. And it's going to be a 3-second offensive violation to Laura Meadows, and she's going to get teed up here as she ran into the referee.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate sequence there for Meadows, a fiery competitor. Pushed down inside the restricted area and was unable to remove herself before that 3-second violation.
And the referees are going to have a word here. She bumped into the referee after she didn't like the call, so it was called a technical foul, maybe more depending on what the refs talk about here. But it looks like it's just going to be a technical foul.
So technical foul for Laura Meadows as she looks to head coach AJ Sharma as he gets word for the referee about that call. Meadows always a fiery competitor, but a little too far she went there, says the referee.
Ulickney makes the penalty. It's a 12-point game with 1:42 remaining here in the third quarter. Saints will get the ball back.
As we've seen a few times this season, Humber not exactly able to pull away in this one as St. Clair is really making this an interesting contest.
Here comes Kusera with the ball now. Taylor defending Kusera. Over to Tompkins. Tompkins now finds the cutting. Ulickney, who can't finish. Beals comes down with it. Here comes back the other way. It's English. Lopez. Oh, good move there. Lopez, the jumper. That's good. Leticia Lopez with the good move and the good finish.
Absolute ankle breaker there for Lopez. That gets the bench fired up as well as the crowd. That's the spark Humber needed.
Grows the lead to 14 now. Ulickney finds Tompkins. Leticia right on her. Tompkins 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Good move there from Kusura with the shot clock winding down with the right hand hook.
Strong D on that possession by Humber, but Kusura with just a great unguardable play there. A nice shot attempt.
Taylor, what a move, and the foul counted. What a move there from Taylor.
1 on 3 sure doesn't matter if you're Makiba Taylor. She darts on through those defenders, gets the and one.
And what a move that was from Taylor, getting the crowd into it here and pushes the lead to 16.
Absolutely, some holes being found by Humber in this Saints defense, and there's one there. Even when a hole didn't seem to be spotted, Makiba Taylor darts through and gets 2 points.
Here comes Kusura.
Haven't seen too much of Bazzi in this second half.
On the bench right now, Tompkins with the hook, no good. Meadows comes down with it. Looking for a man, she finds Taylor. Slows it down here, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Finds Ebony Beals. Beals now going strong at Kusura, and she's gonna get charged with the offensive foul. As right on point, we're gonna see Bazzi check in.
I was gonna say, it seemed as though late in that first half, Bazzi's shooting from the field really started to heat up. Surprised it's taken so long to see her in this second half.
It's now a 15-point game.
Absolutely, a couple of threes from Bazzi here could sure make this thing interesting going into quarter number 4.
She has the ball now, gives it up to Tompkins with the jumper. That's no good. Rebound come down with it is English. Brittany English now with it. Gives it up to Taylor. She puts up a 3. That's off the mark. Beal's trying to keep it in. She can. And the Hawks don't decide to keep it for the last possession. Instead, they go for the best look that they can. And Taylor just missed it. Now the St. Clair Saints with the ball.
Yeah, a little bit surprised with that shot selection there by Taylor.
Bazzi now. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Or on the game clock, I should say.
I imagine it's going to be Casera's shot.
And it's going to be a foul on Lopez as Kusura falls to the ground.
Shock on the face of Leticia Lopez. She can't believe that one.
Yeah, Lopez not liking the call at all. She's played a fantastic game so far with 18 points already in this one, which leads her team.
Seems each and every game she finds her way to the top of the scoring list. So another strong game from Leticia Lopez, who's having herself an absolutely phenomenal season.
Kusura successful on the first one. She has 23 points, which is a game high.
3 quarters and 3 last-second fouls.
That's correct.
As we've rounded out each and every quarter with free throw attempts.
Kusura both good. See if the Hawks can get something here on the final chance. English puts up a shot. I don't think it would have counted even if it went in, but she misses. But a good quarter from both sides, 75-62. A 13-point game. The Saints cut into the lead at times. It's still a 13-point lead, and a good job by the Humber Hawks to really slow down that press from St. Clair, because you know St. Clair is going to go on their runs and try to come back in this one. You have to try to contain it, and Humber Hawks did a great job.
Yeah, St. Clair came out absolutely firing to start this second half, fired up from their head coach, Andy Kiss. But as you mentioned, Humber doing a nice job of really slowing that momentum and getting that offense clicking when they needed it most.
We're moments away from beginning the fourth quarter. We see some third quarter highlights, some nice plays from Jana Kusura from the Saints. A couple big threes from Ulickney, who came up big in that third quarter. But it's really the story for the Hawks. Leticia Lopez with some big shots as well, who've come up big. Janae Giles as well has come up big for her team. But St. Clair didn't dominate, but they did play a little bit better when it comes to the scoring wise against Humber in that third quarter, outscoring them 23-19 in that third quarter.
Yeah, you look at the depth going into the fourth quarter. Humber already 3 shooters with double-digit points. That's Leticia Lopez, MCJ, and Jana Giles, all in double digits thus far. And leading the way, of course, we've mentioned the name countless times, Yana Kusera. She has 26 points so far in the night. So really the key cog in the gear of the St. Clair's offense.
And we saw, I mentioned Ulickney came up with some big points in that quarter. Nor Bazzi with 17 as well for the Saints. But after that, you try to find some other players to really step up, and we haven't seen it. We saw Ahmed with only 2 points. Zelina, who started this game, she only has 2 points off the bench. For the Saints, they only have 5 bench points, which has really been the difference in this game compared to the Hawks, who have 23 bench points.
That's the thing, when you look past Ulikni, Kusera, and Bazi, not much going on the stat sheet for St. Clair. They're gonna need a few more contributions from their bench players. They hope to get back in this one, able to close that gap just a little bit in that third quarter, but still have their work cut out for them.
Hawks are shooting 60% from the field. In this game, they shot 81% in that first quarter, where they put up 34 points. But still, 44% is pretty good, and for the game, 60%.
Yeah, they put on an efficient performance so far. You got to give credit to St. Clair for making this a contest and really showing some resiliency staying in this one, and what's been a tough start. But it looks as though we're going to have an entertaining finish. Looking forward to the conclusion of this one.
And this has to be one of the best shooting performances that the Hawks have had this season, shooting 50% from 3 and 60% from the field. So all around great performance on the offensive end. Here's Ulikni with the left hand. Good start for the Saints.
Ulikni so quiet early on in this one, but really starting to turn it on late.
She's got 12 in this one. Most of them coming here in the second half. Meadows.
Look at this swarming defense from the Saints surrounding the ball carrier.
Andy Kiss is liking what he's seen so far from his defense. Meadows trying to get something going, trying to get free, puts up a shot, and it's going to be and one. And a tough break for the Saints after some great defense. Laura Meadows comes up with the ball and puts it in for the and one.
How tough is Laura Meadows battling against 2, 3 defenders at a time? Finds herself on her rear end and still puts up the shot. And one. Great sequence there from Meadows.
Great job there from the Saints defense, but Laura Meadows able to find some space and put it in the bucket. She misses the and one though.
12 minutes in those first 3 quarters. Seen MCJ take a hand up high, but seems no worse for wear.
Ulikni on the pass from Ahmed. She finishes. Good job by Ulikni. She's got 4 points in this quarter, and it's an 11-point game.
The Hawks are going to need to adjust to Ulikni putting up some points here. A nice job of guarding Kusera. Here's Bazi.
Intercepted here. She finishes on the turnover from Taylor, and we're going to get a timeout. That's got the St. Clair bench fired up.
And all of a sudden, some life on this Saints bench. They've been quiet all game long, but now the momentum's swinging in their direction. Andy Kiss in a much better mood than he was about an hour ago.
Great job there from Bazi. The interception and going hard at the rim. Finishing it off, and the lead is now cut to 9. It was 21 at one point in that third quarter. It is now a 9-point game, and lots of time for the St. Clair Saints team to come back.
Absolutely, and with their strength, this 3-point shooting, it won't take too many possessions to close that 9-point gap, as Bazi, Ulikni, and Kusera all a real threat beyond the arc.
And they've only shot 20% coming into this third quarter from 3, but it's the clutchness from the St. Clair Saints. That's what you want. You want, when it comes to the 3-pointers, if you can make them at the right time, that's what really matters.
Yeah, it's been a run and gun game, back and forth action. Both teams pretty equal in attempts, but the story of the night's just been efficiency, as Humber's been able to pot many more buckets than St. Clair has with their given attempts. But those tides do seem to be turning.
We'll see how the Hawks can contain this early run here in the fourth quarter from the Saints. As you can already see, the Saints defense coming up here for the full court press. 9:08 to go.
If you look, AJ Sharma has a lot of experience on the floor here for Humber.
Taylor now with it. Finds Meadows. Makes a good pump fake and a good move there for the bucket right around number 15, Kayla Chauvin.
Each and every time Meadows touches that ball, you could see her shake off the rust after that long injury setback.
Kusera, what a move around the defense from Humber, and the Saints get the bucket right back.
28 on the board for Kusera. What a night for her.
She's been stellar so far in this one. Lopez, Bazi working on her. Lopez calling for the screen, gets it from Campbell Johnson. Gives it back up to Campbell Johnson, the deep 2, that's no good. Rebound Bazi. Here comes Kusera. Kusera, back to Bazi.
Look for Kusera to drive here.
She kicks it out to Ahmed, who looking for Bazi. She's open, here's the 3. Pops out, rebound comes up. Ahmed gets it now, puts it back up, no good. Giles comes down with it. Big defense there from the Hawks.
Good work on the boards there from Giles.
Lopez back to Campbell Johnson inside, working on Kusura. Good move, can't finish though.
Everything right, but the finish for MCJ there.
Looked like an easy bucket for Campbell Johnson. Here comes Kusura with the jumper. That's off the mark, rebound Botsy. Kicked away from Meadows and off of Botsy and out of bounds, but some high possession games right now and fast on both sides.
Absolutely missed opportunity there from Botsy, but it's hard to keep track of the action, as you mentioned. Just absolutely flying around the court are both teams currently.
Jamie Gordon back into this one. That would have been a huge three from Botsy. That would have made it a 2-possession game. Gordon.
These next few possessions are going to be crucial for both sides.
St. Clair needs a stop here. Lopez going strong with the left hand, and it goes in. Great move there from Leticia Lopez. She has 21.
And when they've needed clutch shooting all year long, look no further than Leticia Lopez. What a night she's had.
Tompkins the open three. That's off the mark. Rebound Giles, but it's off of her hand and out of bounds. And a missed opportunity there for the Saints as Tompkins can't finish it off.
Finally seeing some emotion here from AJ Sharma. He's been composed all game, but really letting his team know they need to communicate.
Great pass there from Tompkins on the inbounds to Botsy. 9-point game. Taylor. Giles thought about the three. Back to Campbell Johnson. Great defense there from Ahmad, and she has it now, bringing it the other way. Ahmad slowing things down at Tompkins. Kusura pulls up for the J, off the mark. Rebound weak side Giles.
Big open look there from Kusura, but unable to convert.
Lopez thinks about the three. Spills out. That looked like it was dropping. It spills out. Here's Kusura. Botsy. She stops, finds Tompkins. Kusura, the wide open three. Tons of time. It's off the mark, maybe too much time, as Taylor comes down with the rebound and escapes the D.
Yeah, not a Humber Hawk within the area code of the shooter there, but that three-point attempt won't go.
Tipped away from Ulickney. Ahmad can't finish on the loose ball. Gordon comes up with it, and another missed opportunity for the Saints.
Plenty of opportunities going their way, but it's the toughness and the grit of specifically Jamie Gordon really taking over this game.
6 minutes left. Gordon with it now. To Giles. Back to Taylor at the top, slowing things down. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Campbell Johnson going to work. She gets fouled, and it's going to be on Kusura. Back and forth game right now. Lots of attempts on both sides. St. Clair not able to continue to cut into this lead. A couple missed opportunities after a couple key stops on the defensive side for St. Clair.
Yeah, it's pretty clear what the first option is for the Humber Hawks offense as they repeatedly feed the ball into MCJ in the paint. And when she's been unable to score, as she just did on that last possession, she's been finding her way on the line and really putting up some points. So in crunch time, it's pretty clear who's on the floor. It's MCJ and it's Giles. Surprised to see Lopez currently sitting on the bench, but I'm sure she'll check back in before this one's all said and done.
Quick break, most likely for Lopez, as Ebony Beals will check in for Maya Campbell Johnson. So it's Jamie Gordon, Beals, Taylor, Giles, and Britannia Brown on the court for the Hawks here with 5:55 to go.
And at this point in the game, I like having Ebony Beals on the floor for what she brings to the rebound
a three
side
there.
of the game.
No good. Beals on the court. Giles trips up a little. Could have been a traveling call. Instead, we play on. Taylor looking for the screen from Beals. Good defense there from Mara.
Calm and collected by Makiba here.
And she goes right to the rim, and it's going to be and one. You said it, calm and collective, and she goes right to the rim for the and one.
Taylor was pestered that entire possession, getting the ball punched away a time or two, but able to find her way to the basket and drop an important 2 points here.
That's a big and one right now. It's a 12-point game, a chance to make it 13 on this free throw here. Pops out, rebound, comes down with it, and it's going to go off St. Clair and out of bounds, so Humber will regain the ball here with 14 seconds on the shot clock as Ahmad will check back in. Looks like Tompkins will check out for St. Clair.
Substitution, a little bit of a breather here is what's been a very fast-paced fourth quarter. It's a wide open basketball.
Giles the three, that's off the mark. Gordon comes down with the rebound, and it's gonna be off of Gordon and out of bounds on the good defensive play there from Mara.
Yeah, Jamie Gordon just got twisted up with her own feet there after coming down with that rebound in tight space.
Brittany English will check into this one for Britannia Brown. .15 to go. Ahmad. Kusara finds Ulikny. Over to Mara. Mara, far side. Gordon comes down with it. Weak
Great
pass
anticipation
there
by Gordon. Seen that pass coming the whole way.
Good job there by Gordon. You said it. And a miscommunication pass between Mara and Gordon. And it's going to be out of bounds off of St. Clair. And that was going out of bounds off of Humber. Ulikny decided to go after it, and instead it's off of her and out of bounds. So a break there for Humber.
Yeah, a little bit of a mental mistake there from Ulikny as she thought she was off to the races, trying to take off with that free ball, but unable to keep it in bounds.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hawks got to put something up. Taylor to Gordon. Gordon, good defense there from Ulikny, and a shot clock violation against Humber. Good defense from the Saints, and it's a 12-point game with 4:40 left in this one.
Yeah, tough play from Akiba Taylor there. Really didn't have an option to shoot with the shot clock wearing out. Tried to get it to Jamie Gordon. Just nothing doing.
Ulikny, she's thinking about three. She puts it up, no good.
Kusara at the right place at the right time.
Mara the three, she's thinking about it. That's off the mark. Couple air balls here from the Saints. And here comes Humber with Taylor to Giles, far side. Giles now, Botsy right on her. We haven't seen Botsy put up any shots as of late. We'll see next possession for the Saints how they go. Giles now.
Nice screen from Beals.
Puts one up, and she's going to get called. Could have been a travel. Instead, it's going to be a foul. And 2 shots to the line for Giles.
Unable to get rid of that basketball before her feet touched down. Luckily for Giles, she was fouled on the play.
Personal foul number 3. Team foul number 4.
And we're going to get a couple subs here for Humber. Laura Meadows and Campbell Johnson will check back in for Ebony Beals and Jamie Gordon. 84-72, 4:08 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
4 minutes left in this one. AJ Sharma, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, looking for win number 150. Would be the first Humber women's basketball coach to do so.
He'd become the first program coach in history, you said it, to reach 150 career wins. And a chance to do it here with 4:08 remaining. That one no good from Giles. Rebound, comes down with it off the miss from Campbell Johnson. Ulikny, the jumper, that's good, and St. Clair finally makes a bucket after not making one for a while. Cuts the lead to 10.
Ulikny showing some confidence in her shooting game.
And Laura Meadows with the turnover, miscommunication between her and Taylor. And that's what St. Clair wanted. They get the ball back here. They are in need of a bucket.
Yeah, disaster of possession there for Humber as they gave that one away right off the top. An opportunity here for Ulikny.
The three from Ulikny, weak side rebound. Taylor with it over to English.
Humber with numbers.
English now. And it's going to be another foul against St. Clair. It's going to be out of bounds foul though, so no free throws for English. But that means the Saints are now, or she is going to go to the line since it was in the penalty, are the Saints. So English will go to the line here. Hawks with 2 team fouls. Saints in the penalty.
Brittany English only 2 field goals. Well, that's her first miss of the year from the charity stripe in limited attempts.
Getting a lot more playing time is Brittany English in this one.
Yeah, it's nice to see her really contribute in this one. Not a name we've called too often this season, but really making her presence felt. Showing good hustle here on defense is English.
Ahmad over to Tompkins. Back to Ahmad at the free throw line, makes a move here. Botsy the three, and it's good. I mentioned her before. We haven't seen her shoot in a while. She gets one there.
She needs to get going now if St. Clair has any chance.
Giles with the move, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Good take there from Kusara, and she's on the ground here.
Yeah, more importantly for St. Clair's, Kusara has been their absolute best player undoubtedly all night. Currently down on the floor.
Hopefully she's all right. With 3:15 to go, Botsy comes up with a big three for the Saints to cut into this lead. It's only an 8-point game as Kusura still on the ground right now.
Yeah, it's a tough take from Giles, who came in with a full head of steam.
See here on the replay, Giles comes in, goes right to left, and might have hit her in the nose with a hand or something.
Yeah, that elbow coming across in that transition may have caught Kusura up high.
Humber coming into this game, winners of 7 in a row as the fans here. We saw some of these kids at halftime playing some hoops. We saw a couple of them, some good handles.
Yeah, a couple of future varsity players that looked out there. They had some handles and some nice free throw shooting during the halftime festivities.
Kusura looks like she's gonna be all right. She is up.
Yeah, that's nice to see. Hard shot there. It's been a physical type of game. Obviously, Giles had no intent on that play, just trying to work herself hard to the basket.
But Humber 7-1 on the season, lost their first game of the season versus Fanshawe, the #1 team in the OCAA. Humber has won 7 in a row. And also St. Clair coming into this one have won 5 of the last 6 games, are 5-2 on the season. And they've come up with a good momentum coming into this game. So they're feeling good as well, hoping for a big win here against Humber. Hoping for Lake Trust, as you can see, the most recent games. A couple big wins, a big win against Fanshawe at Fanshawe, which was huge for them.
Yeah, that heartbreaker against Niagara there, just that 1-point deficit. But you've seen the offensive prowess putting up in the high 70s, and against Mohawk, 90 points. Unable to do that tonight as the offense has been lacking, but the offense really starting to heat up a little bit just at the right time as the crowd gives Kusura a nice round of applause as she makes her way to her feet.
We'll see if she's going to be able to stay in this game. And it looks like she's going to get subbed out here.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate. The night she had, she's been so successful. 28 points on the board, a remarkable performance. Bit of a shame to see her exit the game in this one, if this is the way she does indeed go out.
It looks like it might be the mouth and teeth area that got hit. So for now, she will be checking out. Not sure if she's going to be coming back in.
Luckily, was wearing a mouth guard on the play.
And that mouth guard looks a little bit bloody, so you can tell just by that how much pain she might be going through right now. Hopefully she'll be all right and able to come back as
one of those
this one.
Blink of an eye type plays as Giles really drove hard there.
But we're back here. 3:08 left in this one, 8-point game. Tompkins looking for a 3. That's off the mark. Laura Meadows comes down with it, finds Giles.
Great work off the glass by Meadows, showing her toughness there on the glass.
Tompkins has struggled a little bit from 3 in this one.
I expect nothing but 3 points coming from the hands of St. Clair players the rest of this way.
Taylor. Laura Meadows getting stripped of the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow is pointed into the Hawks' direction.
And how about the strength of Laura Meadows there? You see that ball get pulled away from her there with just one hand on the ball, able to rip it back into her possession. She's as tough to play against as they come.
Humber stays with the ball, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to put something up quick. Lopez, good move. The jumper is good, and she's money from there. Leticia Lopez makes it.
That's the exact word for money, as Lopez seen that clock ticking down. No problem, no sweat. She drained that one.
87-77. Fourth quarter here. The 3 from Botsy, no good. Campbell Johnson comes down with it and finds Taylor.
Botsy can't afford too many misses. Just
Lopez,
2 minutes.
Wide open 3, no good. Rebound, Botsy. They need a bucket right now if you're the Saints. Tompkins.
It's going to have to come from beyond the arc.
Finds Ulickney, that's a 2, and it's good. A long 2 from Ulickney. It's 87-79, under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. St. Clair needs a stop.
That's exactly it. The shooters have performed well, but they need to stop this Hawks offense.
Meadows, and it's gonna go the other way here. Not sure what the call was. I think it went on Meadows. Either way, the Saints will get the ball here, and it's gonna be a timeout from head coach Andy Kiss and the Saints.
Saints really holding in tough, showing some real adversity throughout the game, but here we are with a minute and a half to go in the fourth, and they still remain within distance.
And they have a chance to bring this into a 2-possession game off of this possession here. We'll see what head coach Andy Kiss decides to draw up. Coming out of this timeout hit here, his team is down by 8 with 1:47 to go in the fourth. As we're almost complete from this timeout here, we're in for a good finish as head coach AJ Sharma is looking for career win number 150 here against St. Clair.
Yeah, both teams trying to get into this holiday break on a high, as this will conclude the first half of the regular season for Humber. They'll return to action after the holiday break. So travel down to Southwest Ontario to play St. Clair, as well as Lambton. That's on January 12th and January 13th, respectively. So after this matchup tonight, a nice and much needed break for both these sides will conclude for the holiday break.
That first game against St. Clair will be on January 12th, and the first half of the season comes to an end here today. Hawks hoping to go to 8-1 and finish off the first half with an 8-game win streak, but they have their hands full right now with this St. Clair team who's hoping to cut into this lead and bring it into a 2-possession game.
Sure would be nice to head into the holidays with an 8-game win streak. That would be a lot of holiday cheer, but the Saints still holding it tough. We're not done here yet.
Ulickney, the 3, that's off. Lopez getting scrambled here. A wide open Maya Campbell-Johnson down low, and she will finish it. And another timeout here from Andy Kiss. He has 1 left, and he's gonna take it right now. His team down by 10.
Absolutely phenomenal play there by Leticia Lopez. She was surrounded by 3 defenders, and even with her shorter 5'3" frame, able to jump over and get that pass away. Let's look at that wide open bucket made by Maya Campbell-Johnson.
The 3 from Ulickney was off. Lopez came down with the ball, and 3 Saints came in and scrambled her. She got away from it, and Maya Campbell-Johnson was left all alone for the easy bucket.
Yeah, that full court press, it sure looks great when it works, but when you don't, you have a wide open Maya Campbell-Johnson putting up easy buckets. 10-point ball game.
89-79 with 1 minute to go.
Be interesting to see after this break who AJ Sharma puts out there. Is the focus on experience? Is it defense? Is it shooting? What is he looking for in this closing minute?
It's got to be the defense you have to think when it comes to right now a 10-point game with a minute to go. He's sending out some of his veterans. Laura Meadows out there as well. You can see Leticia Lopez back out for the Hawks.
Yeah, mid-season, getting back Meadows, a 5th-year player with all that experience, absolutely huge. That's another piece for AJ Sharma to work with in his lineup, and she brings so much toughness, and her compete level is unlike any other.
Kusara is officially out of this game, so it's time for the Saints, the rest of the Saints offense to get something going. Botsy, the 3 is short. Campbell-Johnson comes down with it, trying to find a man open, almost out of bounds there.
Good hustle by Taylor.
Lopez, Campbell-Johnson. 1:15 to go here in this one. Meadows comes down with it. Ulickney, she's got the switch. Great defense from Ulickney, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointed in Humber's direction, so they will keep the ball.
Speaking of toughness, Laura Meadows, every time she's had that ball pulled away, she's shown great fight back. Unwilling to give up possession in what's a crucial moment of this game.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. And Meadows is going to get called here for the pull. They grab and over.
The foul is on number 21, Meadows. Personal foul number 2.
So no more missed shots if you're the St. Clair Saints.
They need a bucket right now. Ulickney finds Botsy to
Look
Tompkins.
for Botsy in 3-point range.
There she is. She's thought about it. Ulickney to Botsy. She's thinking about 3. She pulls up. No good. Rebound Taylor. And another miss by the Saints. Here comes Campbell-Johnson with the jumper. No good. Rebound Tompkins. Here come the Saints in need of a bucket right now, down by 10.
That miss by MCJ, not too crucial with the shot clock winding down.
There's a jumper and good from Selena.
May just be too little too late. Saints desperately need a stop.
Giles to Taylor, 30 seconds left. Laura Meadows to Campbell Johnson inside, trying to go over.
What a pass by MCJ there.
Lopez, 10 seconds to go. Taylor, strong to the rim. Meadows, the jumper. That's no good. A rebound. Here come the Saints back the other way. 13 seconds to go, and it looks like it's going to be over here.
Need to put up a shot quick.
Tompkins, the three. That's no good. Weak side rebound. Meadows can't handle it. Ahmad with it, and Ulickney goes up, but Meadows will pick up the foul with 1.1 seconds remaining. And you said it at the end of the third quarter that we've seen a foul free throw shot the last 3 quarters, and we've seen it in every single quarter that has happened. And I don't know, that's got to mean something.
Right on cue. I don't know what's in the air tonight, but as you mentioned, last second fouls have really been a theme of this one. Is we'll end it the way we ended the first quarter with free throw shooting, but
we've seen it in all 3 quarters.
Great performance here by the Hawks as they'll move to 8-1 with a big win over a very competitive St. Clair Saints team.
St. Clair played well throughout the game, but Humber came up big at the right times with some big key offensive plays and some big defensive plays as well. As Ulickney will take that, but the Hawks come away with the victory. The 89-83 win over the St. Clair Saints and move their record to 8-1. And head coach AJ Sharma picks up his 150th career win, which is best all time, and the first ever coach to reach that mark in program history.
Absolutely unbelievable achievement for head coach AJ Sharma as he's being congratulated by the ladies team. That's a huge accomplishment in his 7+ years with the program, really cementing his name as a legend of this women's basketball program.
A great win by the Humber Hawks team, the 89-83, and it was really a lot that 3-pointers. We talked about it before. Humber coming into this game, one of the top teams in attempts. So was St. Clair, and we saw a lot, and I mean a lot of threes here in this game.
A whole lot of 3-pointers tossed up there beyond the arc, but the difference was the efficiency. Those shots were dropping for the side of Humber, not so much for the Saints. It's great that you can put up all those shot attempts, but doesn't mean much when they're not dropping for you.
And St. Clair came out in that 4th quarter and really put on the pressure. They outscored Humber 21-14. And for Humber, they gave up a little bit more points than maybe they would have liked in that second half, but they did contain the run for the St. Clair Saints, and that's what matters.
Absolutely. And the big number here, we mentioned the amount of 3-pointers put up by St. Clair. They shot just 16% from beyond the arc for the game. That's just not going to cut it, trying to keep pace with that high-paced Humber offense.
Player number 9.
Pardon?
It's been a good one so far this one.
Yes.
The men's game
No.
coming up shortly.
Looks as though as we're hunting down an interview.
Don't ask complicated questions.
I'm just going to ask kind of, this is your last game before the break. I'm just going to ask plans going into the break, like training-wise. Like,
back from the break.
Hoping to continue this momentum. They've been on absolute fire after that opening night loss to Fanshawe. So hopefully this momentum continues through the breaks, and Sharma starts off with win number 151 when they get going on January 12th against these very same St. Clair Saints. And now the attention turning towards the men's contest as these fellas get warmed up.
The Hawks win this one 89-83. Now we're
sorry, I can
going to
barely.
throw it over to
Hello and welcome back to the side. My name's Danielle Dupuis and I'm here with Janae, player of the game. There you are. How's that feel to be back too? First game back.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Getting the rhythm of things, coming off the bench like I did last year. So I like to just heat up things when I come off the bench and set the tempo.
So one more question. Now we know that this was the last game before going into the break. What's plans for the team? Will you guys be hitting the gym every day or taking a well-needed break?
Yeah, we're definitely not taking a break. We got a tournament in January, so we need to prepare ourselves for that. We're still going to be practicing and lifting as a team, so yeah.
Well, good job today, and I guess we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah. I also want to shout out my coach. This is the 150th win for him, so shout out Coach AJ Sharma.
Thanks, Janae. Thanks, guys, and back to you.
Thanks, Danielle. And Janae Giles, she mentioned it, the 150th win for AJ Sharma. She came off the bench with 19-5, a huge contributor for the Hawks team.
Yeah, nice little shout out there for the coach. I'm sure that'll make Sharma happy. And Janae Giles, the vocal leader, shows it there in that interview. She had quite the night tonight in her return.
The Hawks win this one 89-83. That does it for the first half. The men's game is coming up shortly. For my broadcast partner, Adam Lucier, I'm Kyle Dalton. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.